Hi everyone, my name is Zoe and I'm going to read some tarot to see what needs to come from the unconscious to the conscious mind. I like to read tarot to see what messages there are for the collective. Now, I do read this hoping that obviously whoever's drawn to this reading, the reading is for you, but remember it is general. So I really do hope it resonates with you and you get something out of this on a personal level. I haven't done a reading in a little while, and it's because I have been taking time, to look after my own energy, really, and really haven't felt like doing a reading. But now I feel like I had to do one. So there's a lot going on, universe in the universe at the moment as well, like with a lot of eclipses, and the energy is just pretty full on at the moment. So if you're feeling extra emotional right now, that's very normal. And I feel like there are a lot of people who are sort of questioning, what is this feeling that's coming up for me right now and where has this come from? But just know that there's been quite a few things happening, like full moon eclipse, now new moon eclipse tomorrow, Mercury in retrograde. So if you do follow astrology, it's hectic out there. Okay, so yeah, so let's just see what's going on, what messages we have from the divine, what needs to be said right now. And I hope this message does resonate with you. Okay, just do one more. Oh, there's two. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. So the first card is the Ten of Wands and the Justice card. Okay, this is interesting because I'm getting some messages coming through right now, and I feel like you are at a position right now where you are exhausted. It's like you've just gotten to this point where you're feeling as though you really need to just lay down your burdens. And it's like you have just come to this conclusion, like an ending. I'm feeling as though that there is a chapter that is just ending for you right now, and it's an ending that had to occur because you have been through a lot. Like it's like a little bit painful, a little bit exhausting. That's how I'm feeling. And I do feel like your challenge was to find balance, like to find that balance between, that energy of it's like give and take. It's like, am I holding on too tightly to something? And that's what's creating this resistance and this energy that is just exhausting for you, and I feel like it's the reason why it's come to an end, or the reason why you're sort of wrapping this up right now, is because you have realized, hang on a second, this is not worth it. It's like I need to just drop everything and realize that this is it. Time to move on. Time to just rest and really sort of give back to myself. Really take the time to nourish and have compassion for yourself. And I feel like, definitely you've got the Queen of Swords and also the Seven of Wands. And this is sort of coming out in a way that, you've been really battling with yourself around what is your truth. It's like I'm feeling like, I'm battling around. I can't get the words out. I'm actually in. It's like I'm in a fight with myself around being myself. Um, it's like I'm trying to just really stand in my truth. That's what I'm feeling. I'm trying to stand in my truth, but for some reason I'm really finding it hard to do that. And that might be because of the people around you, right? Or the situations that you're in at work, or the even the relationship that you're in. It's like I'm really feeling this resistance of trying to understand my authentic self and live in my true self. It's really interesting, and maybe this has come about because of the situation that we are in at a collective level. We have been given the time to really reflect on what we value, and also, we're not on autopilot, because we have had a lot of change coming through. So, and we've also hopefully been able to really reflect and give ourselves the space to really think about what is true for me. What do I really value, and what do I really want? And it's like I feel like a little bit of a battle in your mind around how do I persevere through this? I know what my true self wants, but it's like, how do I get there? How do I fucking get there? Sorry for swearing, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull a few more cards because I'm feeling like let's have a look at like what's been happening recently. Yeah, okay, all right. So I feel like now this is some good advice. It's about living in, well, it can be about living in the moment, but it's also about understanding and knowing what you're worth. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles really talks about that independent woman, independent. It can be a person, doesn't have to be a woman, but an independent person who is actually remembering and looking around and saying, hey, I've got it pretty good, and I'm doing really well. And I actually think that, wow, if I look back on my life and see how far I've come and realize where I am right now, I am actually doing it pretty good, and there is a lot around me that I have had the actual, I have actually created this. I have created where I am right now, and I can be who I want to be moving forward by living my truth, by being honest and just making myself, not try and be someone else that everyone else wants me to be, right? This is really important, that you just go with your flow. You do you, and you will attract what you want, what you need, right? You will attract that. So let's see. All right, Empress. I can't believe I just said that. Empress and Ace of Pentacles. Empress. This is a woman sitting comfortably in her own skin, and here she is attracting what she wants. There's an offer, right? There's an offer coming through. So it's really about, and I feel like this is a bit of advice, or it's like a knowing that if I am comfortable in my own skin, if I connect to the things around me and really create my own happiness by bringing in self-love, right? The offers from the universe are going to come through. The Ace of Pentacles is that new beginning, that new start. And I feel like that is just around the corner for you. All right, I'm going to pull a oracle card. Give me a second because I have none around me. I'm just going to go get them. Okay, my favorite Alice in Wonderland cards. You know how I love these Alice in Wonderland cards. Give them a little shuffle and let's just see what advice we have. I'm just going to do some... Which one am I feeling? This one here. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is just killing me. It says, number 43, manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of the conditions. I mean, drop the mic. That's all I have to say is the whole reading was just about this. And I love it when the oracle card just wraps it all up nicely in a nice, neat little bow. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to show you the card. Yep, there we go. The Queen is almost berating Alice. Imagining her to be happy whenever she wishes, thinking that the business of being happy is simple. As the Queen, she feels it is not simple for her, but she wants to manage to be glad. Except, as she says, she cannot remember the rule. Is there a rule to happiness? Is there a way to manage to be glad? When this card comes to you, there are two possibilities. Just as there are two slithing toes in the painting. Oh, what are they? Toes. Two slithy toes. I don't know what they are, but looks like badgers anyway, or skunks or something. Anyway, the first is that others assume your life is simpler and easier and that happiness comes more readily to you. There is an implication that they have had it harder and must struggle to be happy. This is not the case at all. Your happiness has to be earned. In some ways, you have created it by directing your thoughts and impulses towards the steady creation of happiness. The second possibility is that you must learn how to be happy. Having joy in our lives is not just good fortune, circumstances, or temperament. It comes through the careful management of our thoughts and deeds so that we nurture the possibility of joy and move closer to happiness. Do not let others steal your joy or imply that being joyful means you are not serious, deep, or hardworking as they are. Happiness is often earned. We must find it amidst the most troubling of challenges. Alice has learned to do this despite being lost and everything around her being so unpredictable. We too can manage our happiness and defy those who claim it as more difficult for them. We can all do this no matter our lot in this lifetime. And the meaning of this card is your happiness is in your own hands. It is something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Acknowledgement that life can be very difficult and challenging, but you are being asked to grow the happiness you long for. Out of your magical will and desire to feel joy once again. Boom. Wow. I thought that was a really good reading. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again soon. Happy Saturday night.